guys, it's Rachel Leonard, and I'm here today with Nita Strauss. We're here to catch up on all things music.
Exciting.
I recently saw that you released a new Hurricane guitar maintenance kit with D'Addario.
Yes. It's basically like your emergency kit, like your first aid kit. It's kind of everything that the working musician needs, I feel, a working guitar player or even a working guitar tech. So starting from here, you have, which is actually kind of my favorite feature of the whole thing, this is a magnet. You have these tiny little screws or keys or whatever, and something inevitably rolls off the table and gets lost, and you don't find it until you step on it with your bare foot weeks later. Here you have space for a 9-volt. You can keep all kinds of little things in there. It also comes with a string action gauge, which
great,
super handy.
Yeah.
It comes with a microfiber polishing cloth as well as a spot to put strings. You always need a spare set of strings.
Yeah, no kidding.
We have some fretboard conditioner. This is my favorite little tool that D'Addario makes, which is a combination string winder and cutter.
Oh, that's great.
Here, of course, you have a little tuner. Never leave home without it.
Yeah, always important.
Perfect little guitar tool set, Allen keys, flathead Phillips, different sizes of
it's all in
screwdrivers.
there too. Nice.
All in here. So here you have D'Addario Accelerate. This really just helps restore them, get them nice and clean, easy to play. And then finally we end up at my other favorite part, which is the beautiful Nita Strauss signature flashlight.
Oh,
I did not expect them to put my name on it.
That's amazing that they did, though.
Yes, I love that it happened.
Flashlight.
There's nothing custom about it. It's just a flashlight,
you know.
But it's exciting that it has my name on it.
I love that.
So yeah, I just wanted it to be something that people could throw in a backpack or the front of a gig bag.
You could probably even fit that in a purse, really.
I could fit it in my purse.
Nice.
I have a
got
kind
a big
of
enough purse it'll fit.
Yeah, exactly. It fits in my little coach bag.
I like that. So, Nita, do you have any advice for any young guitarists who are trying to break into the industry, maybe kind of get their foot in the door, just get started?
I think my best advice across the board is always just unapologetically be yourself. I think so many people get caught up in wanting to be their heroes that they forget to develop their own personality and their own styles. I think a big part of authenticity is kind of knowing your own boundaries, knowing who you are and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. And I did think for a long time that I had to conform to a certain stereotype of you want to be in a band, like go out and drink with everybody, or someone told me, you have to show your body, and I went down that path for a while and I didn't like the kind of attention that I got. So then I went the complete opposite way because I was like, I want to be taken seriously as a guitar player. I don't want all this, and that didn't work either because that's not who I am. There's no rule that says you have to look a certain way in order to play a certain style of music, even though people on the internet like to say that there are rules.
They'll argue for days.
They'll always argue. But you can't live by these arbitrary rules that internet people make up. You just have to authentically be yourself.
So, how different is your playing style from when you play with Alice Cooper versus your solo work and what's more kind of your own, creative process?
My solo music, for lack of a better term, is really selfish. I get to do whatever the hell I want. But playing with Alice Cooper is the best job in the whole world. But that's what it is, a job.
It's it's a gig.
But then my solo stuff is just, I can just unapologetically do what I want to do. You're not bound by any constrictions. If I want to write a song that has no discernible format to it, I can. You can just sort of unapologetically be authentic.
I love that
so
we're
much
coming
authenticity.
Back to it. It's just, there's so many people who can play guitar, but no one can play it like Nita Strauss, except for Nita.
Totally.
That's it. So, what's it like getting to work with your boyfriend Josh? I know he played drums on your last album. Kind of wanted to hear a little bit about that dynamic and what it's like working together and writing together.
I was actually really lucky to get to work with my two best friends on my record, Josh playing drums and my best friend Kat playing keys.
Oh, that's great.
And it's amazing to work with musicians that are not only the most talented at the top of their game, but know me so well that they know what I'm trying to say. I love other people. I love listening to other people's music. When it comes to my stuff, I really like working in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. And it's just, again, it's just me being a selfish musician, like doing one thing on my own. But this little bit of kind of giving up control and letting, the people that I love the most in the world put their spin on it, it makes it so much better.
How involved are you typically in the recording process, like the technical side of things?
I actually engineered all of Controlled Chaos myself.
Amazing.
Which was a bit of a mistake.
Because we're talking about working with other musicians
totally.
and perspectives
and the
things.
thing is, like I said, I'm kind of a control freak with my own stuff. I really just wanted my first album to be a pure expression of myself and what I can do. Everybody knows me from playing other people's songs my whole life. And I just wanted, for the first time, to just step out and go, this is me, I did it all by myself. And what I learned is guitar players that aren't educated in engineering should not engineer drums. Like, I'm in the process of writing my second album, and this time around, I do plan to delegate quite a bit more, because now I've gotten it out of my system. I've grown a lot as a songwriter, I've grown a lot as a guitar player. I like how Controlled Chaos came out. I'm not going to do it again, but it was where I needed to be at that moment in time, and I'm glad I did it the way I did it.
So is there anything you can tell us about your new album?
I am actually going to do a couple tracks with singers.
Oh, that's really cool.
So that is going to be a huge departure for me. I haven't really pushed myself as a creative person in a long time. I've really just been sort of comfortable, like, this is what I like to do, and I think is about enough of that. I'm still going to have plenty of that.
Yeah.
You know, most of the record will still be, you know, classic Nita.
Which is great, but it's good to challenge yourself and do some new things and push the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
So I really love the mission that you have with your body shred challenges that you've been doing. Where did the inspiration come for that? And then why do you think that musicians should focus on that? Why do you think that's important for them?
Well, there's this stereotype that we all know that musicians are these hard partying, crazy, junk food, you know, fast lifestyle people. And it's fun, but it's not healthy.
No.
Like, you know, you feel terrible all the time.
Yeah.
Your body's run down. Like, you know, for myself, I was gaining a lot of weight. I was depressed. I mean, I was on the top of the world professionally, but, you know, before I switched gears into getting healthy and fit, like, my personal life was in a shambles. And so in 2015, when I got sober, I really focused on my mental well-being and also my physical well-being. As I was going through the process, people started to ask me on my social media and in person, like, what are you doing differently? Like, you know, you look great. You know, how did you make this change in your life? And I started finding myself on my phone writing the longest comments.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I did, and I used, you know, this meal service, and I used these trainers, and I, you know, and finally, you know, Josh is very, very into fitness as well. He goes, why don't we, you know, put something together to sort of create a community for people that want to make this change in their lives? And for whatever reason, when people get into the program, you know, whatever their motivation is starting out, whether it's a free guitar or whether it's changing their life or whether it's finding like-minded people that want to, you know, just trade recipes and get better.
Have a community,
you know, it works. And, you know, we have had thousands of people now do it. I mean, this community has given me everything. Like, without our rock family, I would not be able to do what I do. None of us would be able to do
Absolutely, none of us would be here.
So to be able to give something back to the community that has given me so much, I think is a really high calling. You can find inspiration anywhere, but the best place to find inspiration is inside yourself. Think about the things that you love, the reasons that you keep going, and who you want to be and how you want to inspire people and how you're going to leave our community better than how you found it. And that's the main thing that, honestly, it's the main thing that keeps me going, because I'm not in it now for any selfish reasons. Now I want to make everybody else better. You know, I was the first female Ibanez signature artist, and now there's another one. And, you know, I have people coming up to me after shows and saying, you know, my daughter saw you on TV with Alice Cooper and now she wants a guitar for Christmas. And
I love that stuff.
That's the thing that keeps me going. I want everyone to look at what I do and go, that looks fun, I want to do that.
So thank you so much, Nita, for talking with me today. This has been absolutely wonderful. I've enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for bringing your hurricane kit. If you guys want to check that out, start at sweetwater.com. Hope to have you back at Sweetwater soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It really, really was a blast. Authenticity!